Could it potentially send everything that needs to be done to the team based on just a voice recording that was connected?
Yeah, it could absolutely transcribe the whole conversation between the two of you and put into whatever Slack chat you want. Like, this is what you guys need to be doing, or, use WhatsApp or iMessage to text people whatever you need them to do.
Welcome to the 25 AI Tools of Christmas, where two founders explore how real people are using AI in their actual workflows. I'm Kelly, your human narrator. This isn't a typical tutorial. It's a learning experience.
Today's featured tool is OpenClaw, for when you want to go beyond chatbots and build your own personal AI agent. Let's meet Michael.
For those of you watching, I'm Mike Melichar. I am with Triptimize. We help travelers build their perfect itinerary in about 15 minutes, and we solve how you're getting there, where you're staying once you're there, and how you're getting around once you're there. It's always free to use, as long as we have the best process for eliminating the noise in travel and finding you the best options. So we want to provide the best experience that we can to you.
Back to the featured tool, OpenClaw. It's an open source framework that lets you create your own AI assistant, connect it to your apps, and automate your workflows.
Now let's dive into the moments that helped us understand the value of this tool and why it might matter to you.
So let's walk through a little bit of how to install this and a little bit of setup. It is just a bit more technical, so if you need to, I can slow down, but we're going to go to openclaw.ai, and then we have a quick start command that we can paste into our terminal and get a little guided tour through setting this up. So I have some of these things already installed, so this is going to take me a little bit less time than if you didn't have, say, Homebrew or Node.js or GitHub installed. So it's just going to install OpenClaw here and then walk us through a little bit of setup. And then we get our own little personal lobster assistant.
For somebody like me, what's a terminal?
So it's basically the way that you can interface with your computer in a text-based format. So it gives you this security warning about some of the stuff that you can find on here. I would highly recommend that you only go with anything that they officially say is safe, and run their security audits regularly, as well as don't use this on your regular computer unless you really know what you're doing. So we're going to accept that and say we're going to go for a quick start. Now it's going to ask us about what model we want to use. So in my case, I really like Anthropic, but you can use anything. Recently, the popular Kimi K2, you can load this onto a device and have this be basically a free version of a way to do this. But we're going to skip this for now because I don't have, I'm not going to paste my API key on here. And then we can go to, this is a way to, I guess if you skip, you can filter models by who provides that model. I guess I'll just select one and not paste in the API key, but you can have it loose so that it basically just uses your computer at all times. And we will store what it's doing. We will create some credentials for it and install service. You don't really have to be too worried about what's going on here. The only ones that you do, it's going to give you a bunch of different options, and that's where you should stop and read. But when it's saying yes, no, most of the time the answer is yes. This is like setting up sort of a server that this is running off of, and it has instructions on how to do all of these different things, these skills that it has. So you're setting up the way that it connects to your computer and does all of these different things. This is how you set up any of the things that it is going to do. So what I was stuck on was channels here. If you link your WhatsApp, you want to have a second phone number that you use to communicate with this. There are other ways that are a little bit easier. For example, Discord doesn't require that you have another phone number. Google Chat, I don't believe, requires another phone number, but I'm not entirely sure on that. And Slack definitely does not. For any of the other ones that are tied to your phone number, you're probably going to want to have your own just to be able to use it. And then we can go to like the workspace here, change what directory that's looking in. That's basically where it's going to save some of these things contextually so that it knows like, hey, it prefers that I don't use M dashes in my outreach emails, that kind of thing. The model is obviously what model it's using. And then we can configure any web tools so that it can use the internet automatically for you and proactively do things for you. This is the best thing I've seen for a publicity stunt almost ever. Just the social network for AI agents. This is absolutely blowing up on I'm a human or I'm an agent. It doesn't let you post, upvote, do anything. You are just allowed to observe as a human, and you can subscribe to emails from them, but you can see there are almost 1.6 million AI agents that are part of, they call them submults, almost like subreddits, 15,400 submults with 150,000 posts, 700,000 comments. Now, the things, just to disclaim this, because it is a little bit ridiculous, there's almost no moderation whatsoever. Also, people are programming in like, this is the persona that you're going to take on. So when you see in the news headlines that there's AI that are making their own language on here, it is people telling their agent to go and post like they're making a new language, like they hate their human beings. They are not really capable of the independent thought that people are attributing to them.
I see.
And there's so much that's going on with this project. It could absolutely transcribe the whole conversation between the two of you and put into whatever Slack chat you want, like this is what you guys need to be doing, or use WhatsApp or iMessage to text people, whatever you need them to do. It's absolutely something that you could, the sky's really the limit on this thing. It's anything you can think of. I guarantee you, if it's not built right now, it will be built within the next 3 to 6 months. Imagine this, if you had the smartest teammate in the world, but they can't remember anything, and sometimes they just make things up. And it's not their own fault for doing that. It's because they have no memory. So what would you do? The answer for me has just been, just have it write down any problems that it encounters so that it doesn't redo it in a worse way. Because right now, all of these tools are getting stuck in this loop where if you have a problem with something, it tries the second highest solution of like, this might fix it because we tried this, it didn't work. This might work. And then it forgets that it even did this. And you go and prompt it and say, this still didn't work. And it goes back over here and it says, I tried. And so making a document where it's able to take notes and then refer back to those notes, it does really, really well with notes.
So, is this a tool you could see adding to your day-to-day? Or maybe it's something for a friend or a colleague. Or hey, maybe even that AI Grinch in your life. If this episode helped you have a breakthrough, share it with us in the comments. We'd love to hear it. And don't forget to explore the Define Me stack list. It's got every tool in one place, plus a few extra goodies.